Hi, I'm Dennis Phillips, and welcome to Everyday Reloading and Shooting. There's a link in the description below to a video where I was running this test using CFE223 powder and 55 grain full metal jacket bullets with Gen X primers, and I was running charge weights from 24.8 grains and 2,800 feet per second to 26.1 grains at 3,000 feet per second. These groups were fairly scattered from 101 to 113 to 179 to 174, 192, 114, 99, and 107. But my best grouping was in the middle at 25.5 grains, where I had groups with an extreme spread of 0.82 and a best 4 out of 5 at 0.79, and also one with an extreme spread of 1.25 and the best 4 out of 5 at 0.57. These averaged 104 and 0.68, and that was the best group that I had for that particular load. Although the higher charge weight at 26.1 performed similarly, giving me an average of 103 and 72. So I decided to rerun this with charge weights at 25.3, 25.4, 0.5, 0.6, and 25.7. These created velocities between 2877 and 2923. Another difference to note on this is we're still using the same CFE223 powder, 55 grain full metal jacket bullets, but previously we used a Gen X primer. These are run using CCI 400 primers, so that is another difference. But we're going to run these and see how they perform. In the description below, you'll find a link to a video where I was previously shooting CFE 223 powder and 68 grain boat tail hollow point bullets. Those did not group very well, so I presumed that either a heavier bullet or a lighter bullet might perform better with that particular powder. So I did shoot a group of 55 grain full metal jackets and had kind of mixed results there. I did find a load at 25.5 grains that shot pretty well and had a pretty tight group. And so I'm going to be shooting loads at 25.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, and 0.7. So I'm going just on either side of that particular load to see if I can find a note in there that shoots pretty well. So I'm going to send these down. We're going to shoot them, and then we'll see how they perform. So you're welcome to enjoy the music while I fast forward through my shooting. That will take about 1.5 minutes, or you can skip forward to the results at the end. So let's get started. Shooting at 100 yards.
FMJ, ICC.
All right, most of these seem to group pretty well. Let's bring them in and take a look. All right, I use this target for my 3 barrel warming shots, and after taking these 3 shots, I moved the point of impact on the scope down 2 clicks, and then I shot the rest of these without making any adjustments. So this looks to be just over an inch, maybe just over an inch, right at an inch, probably right at an inch. This was the load that I was working off of. I went 2 grains below, or 2/10 of a grain below and 2/10 of a grain above. But these group fairly well. Here's a really good group here at 25.6. And a lot of these, you see the 4 out of 5 are clustered really close together. Like here's a good 4 out of 5 here, good 4 out of 5 here with a flyer here. Really tight group here. But we will take these home, measure them, and see how we did. So here's the results from today's outing at the range. So what I did is that 25.5 grain performed the best. So I had that charge weight in the middle, and then I went from 25.3, 25.4, 25.5, 25.6, and 25.7. Once again, the best grouping was in the middle of that charge weight. So we had groups with an extreme spread at the 25.3, that was at 2877 feet per second based on calculations from the Hornady manual. So we had groups at 103 and 104. At 25.4, we had groups at 90 and 96. At 25.5, we had groups with an extreme spread of 0.63 and 0.80. At 25.6, we had groups at 118 and 72. And then at 25.7, we had groups at 137 and 102. Averaging these out, the charge weight at 25.5 grains performed best with an average score of 7.2 extreme spread and 45 for the best 4 out of 5. When you average these two together, I like to average the extreme spread and the best 4 out of 5, and that gives me what I call a score. So at 25.3 grains, we had a score of 86. At 25.4, we had a score of 76. At 25.5, we had a score of 59. At 25.6, we had a score of 81. And at 25.7, we had a score of 94. So from our last target at 25.5 grains, that was our best grouping on the ladder test. And here, once again, it proved to be, again, the best load. So my recommendation for the CFE223 powder and the 55 grain full metal jacket bullet, my recommendation is for 25.5 grains at 2,900 feet per second. That gave us our best grouping, our best extreme spread average, and our best 4 out of 5 average. So if you're going to be shooting CFE 223 and 55 full metal jacket bullets, my recommendation would be to start here at 25.5 grains of powder. Your rifle may shoot differently. You may find something a little lower or a little higher that shoots better. but in my Ruger American 223, 25.5 grains shot the best. So let me know if you've tested this bullet and powder combination. Let me know how it worked for you. Or if you've got another load or another combination that has worked better, please leave a comment as well. So if you have any ideas or thoughts about this video, please feel free to leave a comment below. Or if there's anything that you would like to see in the future, please let me know that. I always try to interact with everyone who comments, and I hope that you will like and share this with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.